Hey everybody, welcome to another Intro to HTML video. In the last video, we left off with a basic multi-column layout, a two-column layout, and it used floats, it used percentage widths, and it used a clear for the footer to make sure everything snapped into place. Looked a little something like this. Well, it looked exactly like this. If you don't have this HTML, you may need to go back and watch that video or locate it somewhere. Get that markup open in Notepad++ so that we can edit it. We're going to start today talking about CSS resets, what they are and why we use them. I'm just going to find one and I'm going to implement it on my markup, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. There's one that you can find that's made by a guy named Eric Meyer, and it's at this webpage, meyerweb.com/eric/tool/css/reset, and I'll leave a link down in the description so you can find this yourself. What this reset is going to do is it's going to give us a baseline standard so that all of our elements, all of our HTML elements will display exactly the same across all browsers. Different browsers have different defaults for the different elements. They might have slightly different margins, different paddings. Some elements may have margins in one browser and no margins in another. You may find margins around the whole page in some, and on some no margins at all. So things are not consistent from browser to browser. When you have differences as far as the baseline for your HTML goes across the browsers, then any choices you make after that are going to also have those differences. So if you had some extra margin on something in Firefox that wasn't there in Chrome, when you make some CSS choices in your design, those margins are going to be applied on top of the already existing margins. So your page might not look exactly the same between one browser and another. You might even have a broken design in one of the browsers and it looks good in the other two browsers. This is not a good thing. So what we do is we apply a reset, a browser reset. And we've got this one right here. I'm going to copy it all. You're going to see all of the CSS in between where it says this comment here. And this is a public domain license, so you can use it freely in your web pages. And then it goes all the way down to here. So I'm going to copy this whole thing, and I'm going to paste it into my style sheet. I'm just going to put it right up at the top. I'm going to put it above my main content and everything like that. Paste it in, boom, lots of stuff shows up. I'm actually going to tab everything over as well. There we go. And this is my reset. I'm going to save it and look at it in the browser to see what happened. Everything lost all style. My H1s are small, my H2s are small, they all look like paragraphs, all margin and padding are gone. I used to have some margins at the tops and bottoms of paragraphs. That's no longer there. So my white space now is, it's no longer. Everything is crammed together, everything is touching the edge of their boxes, all content is touching each other. It's a very cramped composition, and this does not work at all. But what this does is it allows me to control all the styles however I want to. And from here, what I might do is I might start just by kind of pushing things around on the page. I might start by changing the overall width of my page by using a wrapper. I might adjust the widths of my two columns. After I get those things kind of hammered out, I might then go in and start changing things like font size and margins and padding, so that I can get my line length on my text the right lengths. I might start changing the margins and padding above and below my headings so I can get a nice break in between one section and another. And then after that, I might start making other decisions with color and all that kind of stuff. But right now, we've got a web page where everything is totally reset. This is how you're going to start your pages from here on out. You can use this MeyerWeb reset, or you can come up with a reset of your own. But I'd like you to start by getting your getting your web page to a browser default where everything is reset, where there's no extra margin padding or any kind of proprietary styles from the different browsers. In the next video, we're going to go on by adjusting the box model so that we get comfortable page width and comfortable margins and padding. And then in a future video after that, we're going to go into the typography issue. And then after that, we'll start talking about colors and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to continue to work up this multi-column page that we built in a previous video. So make sure that you save this, you keep track of it, and we're going to use this as a case study to build up a nice looking web page. Thanks for watching.